It was in 1951. And it may surprise you that more than 10 Superman movies have been made.
Okay, so here we go, he does this. Hello everyone, here's a movie quiz question for you. When was the first Superman movie made? Does anyone know the answer? It was in 1951, and it may surprise you that more than 10 have been made. That does surprise me. I only know about 4 or 5 Superman movies. So here's Jason's done an opener with interesting facts. And you should start thinking now, what could be your interesting facts for your opener, okay? Because I probably can't help you, okay? If you write your opener and you want to send it to me to check it is okay, then of course I would do that for you. Okay, and the topic statement and preview, okay? What information does Jason include about the movie he's going to review? Have a listen. The one I did today is Man of Steel, which was released in it's movie Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill as Superman and Russell Crowe, one of my favourite actors, as Jor-El. Okay? Have a listen and complete this. The topic statement and the preview. I'll play it 2 times.
The one I want to talk about today is Man of Steel, which was released in 2013. It's an action movie, directed by Zack Snyder, and it stars Henry Cavill as Superman and Russell Crowe as his father, Jor-El. The one I want to talk about today is Man of Steel, which was released in 2013. It's an action movie, directed by Zack Snyder, and it stars Henry Cavill as Superman and Russell Crowe as his father, Jor-El.
Okay, the one I want to talk about today is Man of Steel, which was released in 2013. I've not seen it. It's an action movie directed by Zack Snyder and by Henry Cavill as Superman, and Russell Crowe as stars Jor-El. Okay, so let's move on. Start thinking about this, okay? And you could use these. How could you make a question from this? How could you make a quiz? Okay, so the movie is Pompeii. The year is 2014, and it's starring Emily Browning as Cassia and Kit Harington as Milo. Facts. Volcano destroyed town of Pompeii in 79 CE. 16,000 people died and town completely buried. TV series NCIS. Okay. Year started 2003. Mark Harmon as agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs, and he was at the beginning of the quiz. Facts: most popular American series in 2013. First title was JAG, then changed to NCIS. Okay, how could you change that into a kind of quiz or an opener? Did you know that? It may surprise you that. Here's an interesting, surprising fact. Okay, so here we go. I will have a go. Okay, here's an interesting fact for you. Did you know that the volcano, when it erupted in Pompeii in 79 CE, did you know that 16,000 people and the town were completely buried? Okay, that would be an example. So please start thinking about how you could use this as your opener. Okay, here's your opener. Yeah. And how can you make it into a little quiz as an opener about your TV or movie? Okay, so here we go. Here's an interesting fact for you. Did you know that NCIS was originally called GAG, but was changed, and that NCIS went on to be the most popular TV series in America in 2013. Okay, that would be an absolutely fine opener, of course. Okay, so here we go, we're moving on, the concluding signal and the review. Okay, here we go. So, as you know, the concluding signal is just one word often. So in closing, okay? The review, my rating of Man of Steel. The closer, my recommendation, okay? So, here we go. Can you remember the rating Jason gives the movie and the features he mentions in his conclusion? Write in the missing words below. So what did Jason say? I know how many stars he gave it. Overall, I'd give it da-da-da for its interesting da-da-da, fantastic da-da-da, awesome da-da-da, and great da-da-da. Okay, so here we go. We're moving on to a way that you can do the closer. Okay, you can give it a rating, you can give it a stars. So overall, I'd give it da-da-da for its interesting da-da-da, fantastic da-da-da, awesome da-da-da, and great da-da-da. Have a listen, please.
Overall, I'd give it 4 stars out of 5. For its interesting plot, fantastic special effects, awesome action scenes, and great cast. Overall, I'd give it 4 stars out of 5. For its interesting plot, fantastic special effects, awesome action scenes, and great cast.
Okay, so overall, here we go. Overall, I'd give it 4 stars out of 5 for its interesting plot, fantastic special effects, awesome action series, and great cast. Great cast means all the actors and actresses. Okay, so overall, I'd give it 4 stars out of 5 for its interesting plot, fantastic special effects, awesome action scenes, and great cast. Okay, this is an excellent way of doing this. The closer, the recommendation. Okay, can you remember? Here we go. I'm hurrying up because I want to make sure we get to the main body today. It's da-da-da seeing, and I da-da-da you see it. Da-da-da in 3D with popcorn, okay? We'll listen to it 2 times, complete the closer, which is a recommendation.
It's definitely worth seeing, and I recommend you see it on a big screen in 3D with popcorn. Thank you. It's definitely worth seeing, and I recommend you see it on a big screen in 3D with popcorn. Thank you.
Okay, so it's definitely worth seeing, and I recommend you see it on a big screen in 3D with popcorn. Okay, so here we go. Practice your conclusion, and you could use any of these to help you, of course. Okay, so signal. So what do I think of Man of Steel? So what's my final rating of Man of Steel? Is Man of Steel worth watching? Rating. Overall, I'd give it 3 stars out of 5. Recommendation. I recommend that you see it on a big screen. Oh, my recommendation is rent it and sit at home and drink cider. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? And I think this is a movie you really should miss or you really shouldn't see. Okay? Depends if you like it or not. Okay, so we're just going to move on to a bit of stress, developing presentation techniques. We'll just quickly do this and then we'll call that a day. Okay, moving on. In English, we usually stress content words such as nouns, verbs, adjectives and adverbs by saying them a little louder and longer. Function words such as articles, at and the, prepositions, of, to, in, and pronouns he, she, it, etc. are not normally stressed. look at the pictures and underline the words you think the presenters stress when they are speaking. Then listen, okay? So I don't want to read these. You should have downloaded the PPT, okay? Because if I read these, I will naturally stress them, okay? So have a listen. Go through which words do you think will be stressed. Underline the words, please.
After 7 years as a prisoner in Iraq, Brody is rescued and returns to the United States as a war hero.
It takes place in Tokyo during the rainy season, and it's the story of 15-year-old Takao, who dreams of becoming a shoemaker.
Brad Pitt plays a United Nations official who travels all over the world trying to stop zombies from infecting everyone.
It stars Sandra Bullock and George Clooney as astronauts on the Space Shuttle Explorer, which is damaged while they're on a mission in outer space.
Okay, so after 7 years as a prisoner in Iraq, Brody is rescued and returns to the United States as a war hero. It takes place in Tokyo during the rainy season, and it's the story of a 15-year-old Takao who dreams of becoming a shoemaker. Brad Pitt plays a United Nations official who travels all over the world trying to stop zombies from infecting everyone. And as you well know, it stars